Bradley Hamilton. Yeah! Good evening, ladies and gents. Not quite the turnout we probably had in mind, but there you go. Possibly something down to the snowstorm. Now, I'm getting really tired of this cold weather. Literally, I can't keep getting cold after flu. I literally pick up more viruses than Tom Hanks in Philadelphia. Come on! It's not 1983. AIDS is cool now. You know, Charlie Sheen was getting laid, albeit didn't tell anyone for 3 years. That probably helped. But always wear a condom, though, to his credit, so he says, because we know how us men love to wear those. Dearie me. So January is nearly over, and Christmas is done, thank God. Mainly because, throughout the history of mankind, Christmases, either getting presents or receiving them, have always largely been shit. The best example of this, the most famous Christmas gift-giving of all time, the birth of Jesus. Now, for those of you that aren't familiar with the Bible, let me explain what really happened that day. Okay, so Joseph and Mary, completely broke, sleeping rough in some guy's barn, and Mary's just given birth to the Son of God. Now, two of the wise men, Kevin and Trevor, for those were their names, come with frankincense and myrrh. Now, let me explain how it went down. All right, Kev, good to see you. So come on, what did you bring the Son of God? Well, Joseph, I bring you a piece of tree resin that you burn, and a sweet smell is given off frankincense. Ha! Really? Oh, you're being serious, aren't you? You are not pleased, Joseph? Well, no, yes, if you think about it, we've absolutely no money, sleeping rough, homeless. Mary's just given birth in some hay, and because of this whole immaculate conception gig that she sold me, I never even got to bang her, and it's very likely that it's not even my kid. But I suppose, yes, if you think about it, I'm not even sure what I'm doing here, Kevin, but then, yes, maybe some perfume is a nice gift from you. Oh, good, I am pleased. No, Kevin, I was joking, you tit. I'll sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Trevor, what did you bring? Well, Joseph, I bring you myrrh, which is a kind of fine spice. Really, Trev? For all that home cooking we're doing, sleeping rough with no money. Let me get this straight, chaps. The greatest joint birthday and Christmas in the history of mankind, and between you pair of arseholes, you effectively bring us some old spice and what looks like some expensive curry powder. Get out of my barn! Is, I promise you, if you look at the facts, exactly what happened. Now, apparently homeless numbers in New York have reached an all-time high, and I, for one, am tired of their lazy tactics. I don't want to hear that you want $1 for a coffee or some pizza. I know you're lying. Think outside the box, please. That said, the other day I was particularly intrigued by one chap who did such box thinking and offered to fillet my penis for $1. Or how he worded it, contorted in a doorway like a kind of larger version of Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings. I suck it for $1! Now, the ladies of you in this room might be thinking, well, what's the issue? Most men that I know quite happily get sucked off by their 12-year-old nephew as long as he was wearing lipstick. Well, if you were thinking that, you'd be wrong. Shame on you. There's actually two very major problems with this. First of all, he was just so angry. No one wants an angry blowjob. Let me give you the best example of this. Babe, I know it's your time of the month, and you obviously you're out of action, but I was thinking maybe tonight because I was still a bit. But God, really? Do I have to? Okay, God, just make sure you're over and done with quickly. What were you really hoping for by that statement? The magic's gone, splendour's gone. Obviously, we still let you complete the act, but it's not special anymore. I promise you that. The second problem I had, which despite the fact being a heterosexual man, and I was clearly giving off that whole 10% of the male population vibe, no, the most displeasing thing was, come on dude, a dick sucking for $1? You've got to have more pride about your profession than that, surely. I mean, if he had said to me $50, $100, $500, I might have thought to myself, this guy's homeless, pitching those sorts of figures. Must really know his shit. But $1? No, sir. How good must you be if that's all you've requested? Now, having gone to public school, you'd be surprised to know that I've never had a man's penis in my mouth. However, I do own the equipment, and by virtue of that, I would back myself to do a reasonable job. Certainly better than $1's worth. But I feel like this goes across all purchasing decisions. If I'm going to drive past a $1 car wash, I'm not going in there. What am I hoping for? Probably 17 Mexicans pissing up my car and stealing my hubcaps. That's what you get for $1. So the moral of the story here is, I think, is effective positioning and product pricing. Don't enter the market at $1. Don't be the Walmart or the Denny's of homeless dick sucking. Take pride in your industry. Be Gucci. Be Prada. And guys, ultimately, if you get requested the same thing, do the guy a favour. Tell him to start at $50. It opens up a whole new target market. Ladies and gents, you've been great. Good night.
Let Bradley have it.